It's a lot going on, right? It's life. It's the world. People. People. What what can I say or can I not say? People. All right. People are never happy. Uh, people always think they know more than they actually know. People don't know what they want out of life. And most people don't even know what they're doing. Right? Uh, people, they don't want correction. They don't want honesty. They just want somebody to agree with them, even when they dead ass wrong. So, that's people, right? Most of it is depending on who you're around or who's calling you or what advice or people claim to be looking for. Most people just want to call to you and vent, throw all their problems up on you. They don't want to hear what it is that they're doing to contribute to the dysfunction in their life, to all the problems that they have. No, they don't want to hear none of that. They just want somebody to talk to, or I guess vent to, as they make excuses and as they blame everybody for their shortcomings or for their failures in life. Because, when somebody's life is falling all apart or it's not where it should be or where they want it to be, it's never their fault. It's everybody else's fault. It's the world's fault, right? It's not their decision making or lack thereof. The choices they made, the choices they didn't make, the opportunities they didn't take advantage of, all the excuses they made for not doing this or not doing that, their lack of ambition, them not having any drive or any motivation, or not willing to put themselves in position to have everything they think they have or everything they think they should have, right? It's not their fault. It's everybody else's fault. It's the world's fault. It's not the fact that they pray and don't do anything besides that. Prayer, no action. It's not the fact that they are dependent on people to basically do everything for them. That's not, but it's people. And that's what people do. Make excuses. What are you gonna do? People make excuses. And when you try to be honest with them about why it is that their life is the way that it is, now you are part of the problem they're having, because you don't believe in them. You're very negative. What else can be said? I'm pretty sure we all done heard it before. What I mean? But it's people. And it's the way of the world. It's life. Now, in world people news, right? I've been seeing a lot of segregation talk, right? I mean, there's a lot of people we should be distancing ourselves from, like people like what I was just talking about just now. You know, you distance yourself from them kind of people. You know, you can't help everybody tote all their baggage. You know, added stress. You know, you probably got your own stresses, your own pressures, your own problems. You know, people don't care about those. People call you with all their problems and dump all their shit on you. It's life. It's people. That's what they do, right? Dump all their shit on you, and you know, it's a, like I said, a transfer of energy, a release for them. They dump all their shit in your lap. Now they feel better. They don't want to really hear what you have to say or what's going on in your life because it's not important to them. You know, only thing that's important to them is what's going on in their life, in their problems, in their situations, and that's why they have you, a shoulder. But I digress. So I've been seeing a lot of segregation talk on TV, right? And if you depend on what outlets, you know, who you listen to or what the talking point of the day is, people seem to think that we, as black people, benefited the most from integration. I'm here to tell you, no. That's not the case. If anything, it was for us and what we had going on, it was a step back, a few steps back, because we went from a people enjoying each other's company, building with each other, you know, building, you know, finances, stability, a community, you know, to being in competition, in a work environment that's not built for us, or in a society that's not built for us to succeed in, where we're looked at as second class or lower class or the bottom caste, where we're looked at as the trash of society, you know, the criminals, the gangsters, the thugs, the degenerates, the deviants, where we're used as the face of everything that's wrong in our country and in society. We have allowed this to happen to ourselves. And it's the same way as a person with a good, kind heart. You allow yourself to be taken advantage of by those who are heartless. Same situation. This is where these two conversations intertwine. So, us, I know we've been painted as barbaric savages. The media machine has painted us in the way, and they call it our culture, right? What people don't understand is that everything we do has been infiltrated and co-opted. Now, people saying they want to resegregate, and they want to be away from us. They don't want us in our communities. Well, they don't want us in their communities, but they want to be in ours. They don't want us in their places of business, but they want to be in ours. They don't want us in their schools, but they want to be in ours. They don't want us nowhere around them, but they want to be around us at the same time, right? And that's basically what it is. You know what I mean? Because think about this. Before integration, right? One, before I get started, people are going to deal with whoever they want to deal with anyway, because that's just people, right? You can't keep people from doing what people want to do. No matter what the laws were or law is, people will do what people want to do. So if somebody wants to deal with somebody, or if groups of people want to deal with each other, they're going to do it. There's nothing you can do about it. Even back then in those times, people were still doing things that were illegal. Integration right? It was illegal. Integration, you dealing with somebody outside of your race, was illegal. People were still doing it because people are going to do what people want to do. There's nothing you can do about that. But think about this, right? During segregation, black people, us as a people, we wasn't burning down, bombing, looting, destroying white communities or businesses. We wasn't going out of our way to make sure they didn't have anything. We were minding our business, trying to build our communities. We didn't make it our business to come to where they were and cause problems. We wasn't snatching white men off the street and hanging them. We wasn't dragging people behind trucks. We wasn't cutting off guys' genitals. We wasn't raping women and children. We wasn't burning down churches or, none of that, right? We were just going on with our lives. So I don't understand why now these same people are making it seem as if we benefit from integration, or that it was our idea. I mean, if you know anything about the civil rights movement, if you know anything about Martin, who his speech writers were, and you get deep into that, you can see that this was kind of like the plan of the government. They didn't want us to have anything, and integration made it so we don't have anything. Because during segregation, we were building, we were having. We didn't need their system. And they found a way to take that away from us, our independence, basically, and made us a slave to their system and to their way of doing things. And a lot of us have accepted that. And because a lot of us don't know much about the history, which is why it's important to know, we just kind of accepted what we've been told. And now, I guess they feel that we're all used up, or that they have another class of people to replace us. They don't want us a part of their system anymore. And to me, it's cool with me. You know what I mean? I feel like people are going to do what they want to do anyway, but I think I've said this plenty times before, but when it comes to integration, we left everything behind to be a part of a system that has never truly accepted us. We were just supposed to be the labor. You know what I mean? It's like when you're working in one of those rich communities, or you work in a 5-star establishment. You're to be, I guess, seen and not heard. And you're only to be seen when needed. Other than that, you're out of sight. So, basically like a slave. And if you're not here to serve, then there's no reason for you to be here, basically. I feel like that's how they look at it when it comes to the system. You know what I mean? So when people go out of their way to be in situations or be around people that don't want them around, I don't understand it. Because I'm the type of person, and I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that feels this way, but I'm the type of person that feels like, if you don't want me around you, then, or you don't want us around you, then you shouldn't be around us. If you don't want me in your business, then you shouldn't be in mine. If you don't want me in your neighborhood, then you shouldn't be in mine. And so on and so on. Right? Because I'm the type of person that if I'm not wanted somewhere, I'm not going to go out of my way to be there. I feel it's fucking retarded. I feel it's retarded to go somewhere you're not wanted. I feel it's retarded to try to force your way into something that you're not welcome in. You know what I mean? And that's with anything. And that transcends race. That's anything. If I'm not wanted there, I'm not gonna be there. And I feel the same way. If I don't want you somewhere, don't show up. Don't try to come. I don't care who you know that's there. If they was invited and you wasn't, stay your ass away. You feel me? But yeah, man. So it's all good though. You know what I mean? It's life. Shit crazy. But it is what it is. And to survive it, to get through it, you just have to think. You feel me? Put on your thinking cap. Think mode. And don't just think or just move with emotion. You know what I mean? So, yeah. And at the end of the day, you got to do what's best for you, because that's what most people do. Most people do what's best for them, and they don't care how you feel about it. So you shouldn't care how they feel about it either. So pretty much it. I know that's two different conversations, but they commingle, in my opinion.